Today, Morgan and I are going to be making snickerdoodle cookies. And Morgan is going to be handing me the ingredients while I make it.
Okay, so we have a half cup of salted butter, which is 1 stick.
We're going to put this into our mixing bowl.
And we also have a half cup of shortening. Two medium eggs. And 1.5 cups sugar.
So we're going to raise up our thing, and what are we going to do with it?
Mix that together.
On what speed?
It doesn't say, it just says mix.
You're going to want to use a whisk attachment since you're working with butter and sugar because we're trying to incorporate air.
It's already starting to smell good.
We're going to scrape it down. Make sure all of our ingredients are incorporated together. We don't have any lumps.
Make sure it's smooth and not grainy.
Now we're starting to get a little fluffier with our mixture. So we're getting really close to what we want. We're trying to take it from a grainy sugar to a light fluffy mixture. And your mixture is going to lighten in color. It's going to go from a yellow to a yellowish white. Okay, so we're going to turn this off and lower it. This is what our mixture looks like. It's nice and fluffy and thick. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to knock off what's on the mix. And set that aside. We're going to make sure everything is incorporated all the way down to the bottom, which it looks like it is. So we're going to set this aside for a second. We're going to get our dry ingredients ready. And we're going to need a sifter for that. And what dry ingredients do we have?
We have 2 1/3 cup of flour.
I'm going to put a little bit of flour in here into our sifter. And then we're going to take some of our dry ingredients so we can sift this with the flour.
So we have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
And that's going to go into that.
2 teaspoons cream of tartar. And 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
And the reason why I put a little bit of flour in the bottom of this is because just like with the rest of our spices, we always want our dry ingredients fully incorporated. And so if I just put all the flour and then I sifted the baking soda and the tartar and the salt, they'd all be on the top and they wouldn't be combined in it. And you don't want to go crazy with your sifting because you can get flour everywhere. You just want to be very gentle and light with your taps.
This is just getting all those lumps out of the flour so we have a smooth base to work with.
Because we don't want lumpy cookies.
Show them the difference.
Go for the rest of
So this is what we start with, and that's the texture we end up with. You see a big difference.
Okay, now that our flour mixture is done, we're going to bring back our mixing bowl. We're going to stir the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So we're just going to add a little bit of our dry ingredients. And we're just going to stir this in. When you stir, you want to go around and fold. Around and fold. Because if you stir too vigorously, you're going to lose all of your air and your cookies won't rise properly.
That's always the problem I have. I get crazy and impatient and I just beat it all together and then I've got flat cookies.
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Okay. Now that we've almost gotten all of our flour incorporated, our dough is starting to get very dry. And you're going to want to keep mixing at this point. I know it might not look like a dough, but you're going to keep mixing and it will come back together.
Ready for more?
Almost. All right, go ahead and add the rest. You want to make sure that while you're mixing, you're scraping the sides and the bottom, so that way everything is incorporated. And your dough is going to get very stiff. You just got to keep mixing it.
Be gentle.
You do have to be gentle. Flour down here.
Looks like we're almost there. Do you want another spatula to get it off that one? Okay.
Alright, so now our dough's mixed. It's very thick dough.
These are Snickerdoodles. Our next step is to make our cinnamon sugar sprinkle that's going to go around the outside of them.
I keep cinnamon sugar in my house at all times. So I already have cinnamon sugar mixture already made. But in order to make this, you're going to take 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and mix it together.
Okay. And then we need our sheet at the bottom.
Okay, so we have our dough and we have our cinnamon sugar mixture and we've brought our pan. Now you can use an lined, ungreased pan, but I prefer to use our silicone mat. Cookies always just come off a lot easier. You don't have to scrape them off. No sticking. Okay, in order to get our cookies onto our pan and to roll them, we're going to use a cookie scoop. This is a tablespoon cookie scoop. If you don't have this, you can use a regular tablespoon.
Like this. And you just scoop it just the same way.
And so we're going to scoop a little bit of our dough. And you want to take off your rings or whatever jewelry you're wearing because you don't want cookie dough in your jewelry. And so we're just going to roll our cookie dough into a ball. And we're just going to toss it in our cinnamon sugar. And then we're going to put it on our pan 2 inches apart. It's like 4 inches. As you can see, the dough's really not sticking to me because you have butter and shortening in the dough that when your hands come in contact with the dough, that butter and shortening starts melting so the cookies don't really stick to you. I take off my rings so that way I don't have dough between them and I don't have to scrub them.
Taylor, where did you learn to roll the cookie dough so well?
I have a few years of culinary school under my belt. Some interns with chefs, all kinds of stuff like that.
And your favorite thing to do is pastries, right?
Yes, I love to bake. I really like making my own breads, my own cookies. I really like to make puff pastries, but those are one of the hardest things to make on your own. It's a lot easier if you have machines to do it for you.
Will you show us how to do it one day?
Hopefully, yes. Okay, now we have a full pan of cookies rolled out. And like I said earlier, you want to have 2 inches of space because these will spread out. They're not going to stay in balls. They will eventually fall down and spread out as they cook. We're going to cook these in a 400-degree oven for
8 to 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes. We'll see you then. Here are our cookies fresh out of the oven. They're still really hot. We're going to transfer them to this wire rack to cool. So we're just going to gently pick these guys up.
They are still really soft.
They're very soft cookies.
That has to do with all that butter we put in them. They will harden up a little bit when they cool completely, so they'll be easier to handle. They're just really fragile right now.
You want to be very careful transferring them because they can fall apart.
So that one's gonna sag.
Yes, that one's sagging.
No, you need to turn it.
These just really good, pretty cookies.
Oh.
Be a blur. So this is our sugar cookie, or snickerdoodle. It's a snickerdoodle cookie. It's out of the oven, it's cooled, we've cut it up so we can taste it and let you know how it tastes.
All right, I'm going to take me a piece. There's a satisfying crunch from the sugar.
And then it like melts in your mouth.
I'm
You don't
gonna
even
try
have
a
to chew
piece
it,
too.
you just have to put your tongue to it. Those are good.
They are delicious.
Those are really good.
Delicious. Good job, girls.
Thank you.
More.
You want a piece, Mama?
I will be.